Hey, welcome back to the next part. So I've got away. I've installed some sky textures, some like photo real sky textures. Oh, my frame count thing there. There we go. So they're in. These it's natural sky projects. That's the sky textures I'm using, and I've also installed ORBX's Pacific Northwest area, and basically that's filled in a few of these buildings. There's new buildings that I noticed that weren't here before that have suddenly appeared, and also replacement of other buildings. So there's some buildings down here which I don't remember seeing in, and we'll see them as we pass, but let's hop in, let's take off. It's the same time, it's the same locations, it's the same everything, except we've got sky textures, we've got Pacific Northwest, and that's it really. And the person who created the sky textures, colors, also created a PTA
short runway
preset. So I've also applied the PTA preset. But one thing I've noticed, because obviously I tested this out to make sure it was working, but one thing I noticed is that the distance for the PTA preset is it's a little less hazy than the one I was using, which I think was Matt Davian's one. The horizon had a lot more haze to it, which I think I quite enjoyed. This doesn't, so I don't know if I'll continue using this guy's textures. So, oh yeah, the other buildings I'll also catch on the return. We're not going to go all the way around the island again. We're just going to literally have a quick one, because to be honest, not much else has changed here in terms of you know, other buildings or landscape. You know, it's pretty much still the same. The water slightly looks like it's changed, but I don't know if it really has. But yeah, that's basically what it looks like. So not much of a change, to be honest, you know. But it does look very nice. It does look very nice. So we're just going to quickly. Oh gosh, we're a bit slow here. Flaps up. Okay. So we're just going to do a turn around now, literally here, and. Still not using any type of weather program or anything. Right, let's reduce our speed. Here we go. There it is, there's the runway. Right, oh my gosh, whoa. It's a bit of a turn. Right, let's get on the approach here. The final. Oy. Flaps. And we're going to come in and see. So yeah, so there's some buildings down there that were replaced, I feel, since the previous video. Go check out the previous video, and you'll see that there's different types of buildings. Coming in a bit fast. Here we go. We're going down. Okay, here we go. We're coming in. Sink it now. Straight on. Oh, bit of a rough one. So yeah, there's some buildings just by the tower here. And I feel that there are different types of buildings that weren't there before. But yeah, I don't feel that it's put in loads around this area. I'm sure that it's put in loads around other areas, but this area, it doesn't feel like it's actually done anything. But the sky does look different, the sky textures. I think I'm gonna, in the next video, I'm gonna put in Matt Davies' PTA preset, think I enjoyed that one a bit better. And that's about it basically. The next thing we're going to put in now is mega scenery for Washington and see what the difference is. And a little disclaimer is when we do put it in, we're going to lose a lot of these buildings and trees, but that's just the price you pay for using mega scenery. So I'll see you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so we've gone away. We've installed mega scenery earth for the Washington area, and as you can see, a lot of buildings and a lot of trees and have gone, and that's just the price you pay for using photoreal scenery. Is you do lose a lot of terrain details, but the benefits of using photoreal terrain is that you do get a massive frames increase because you don't need to use land class, you don't need to use vector, you don't even need to use global base or any regions. You just need airports and the photoreal terrain, and that's it really. So you do get a massive increase in frames. So we're going to take this sucker to the air now, and we do need to climb to like 2,000, 3,000 feet to really see the benefit of this scenery. That's where it really starts to get, you know, looking good. At this altitude, it just looks pants because of the low resolution of the photoreal terrain. But as soon as we get up to like 3,000 feet, you'll see that it actually does look really good. Now, if you're flying airliners, that's where you're really going to see a lovely benefit, because you take off from one airport, and airports are highly detailed. Airports have their own foliage, their own buildings, you know, a lot of detail, and then by the time you take off into the air and get to 1,000 feet, which in an airliner you do pretty quickly, it then begins to start to look good, and that's where you're away from the airport, so you get to see them details. Now, we can see that some buildings do remain. There's the city in the distance there, that does remain. But if we were to look now to our right, you can see how it looks okay. You know, there's a lot of detail buildings missing. There's a lot of everything missing. I mean, that's how painful it does look at the moment. But that's because we're only at the altitude we're at. So let's climb. Let's get some height. Let's not stall. So we do need to get to like 2,000 feet, which I hope, the minimum, which I hope we do get pretty soon. Because it just kind of looks like a landfill site, you know, when you look at it. It doesn't look good at all. This is kind of basically how the new Microsoft Sim is delivering its scenery. See here, it's starting to look a little bit better. You know, this is all basically real, you know, satellite data. This is like big maps, and but obviously the trees are 3D, so Azure AI would fill in the 3D trees and the 3D buildings and place them all in there. So it actually does look realistic, but this is basically the initial of what it looks like. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to climb to 3,000, we're going to get to this city, and then we're going to turn back around for our landing. And it's on the approach that we're going to actually see most of our details. Up here, this looks all fine, you know, this looks okay, but then down here it's only marginally good. It's starting to look a lot better now that we're moving further away. But this is actual satellite data, so these are actually the real streets. It's a real football field there, real trees here and everything like that. I prefer to fly this VFR flying over ORBX's generated procedurally areas. You know, I feel that this is a lot better. You know? And it really can start to look really good as well. You know? So where are we at the moment? Coming up to the old 3,000. So as we look down now, you can see it does start to look, you know, a lot better. City out there looks pretty cool. I've reinstalled Matt Davies' preset, so the horizon, that hazy horizon is back, which I quite like. I'm still using the natural sky, you know, cloud, sky colors. So yeah, it's now starting to look like it should. See, this is the benefit now when you're flying at this altitude. Which, if you're flying an airliner or even a VFR vehicle, you're going to be flying above 3,000 feet, right? So this is beautiful now. It's starting to look really good. So there we are. Let's level off now. We're at 3,000. Go. Right, so this is basically what it looks like from the Washington area using the VFR. Now, you know, frame wise it's beautiful, it's really good. If you're flying like a PMDG heavy, then you know this is kind of probably the scenery you want to use just to save those frames, so you can have everything looking really nice. And I tend to, when I fly heavy stuff, you know, this is the type of scenery I use for that type of aircraft. GA flying, I do this scenery, but only when I've got an airport. I don't do it from a default airport or even an airport where Rex Airports HD is taking care of it. I do it when I've got like UK 2000 or an Aerosoft airport. But for me, I mean, yeah, I think this is fine. This is absolutely fine. No problem with this whatsoever. Right, so let's reduce our engine. We're going to a bit of a descent now. There's the runway. So we need to line up a little bit. Fly over. Looking pretty nice. Now, of course, the one of the big drawbacks again is that there is no seasonal variation. It's all taken from satellite data. There is a night time, and you can get night lighting on it. So if we did the time preview, we should get night lighting for this area. I mean, sometimes of the day it looks better than others. Should get night lighting, it says. Yeah, just patchy, basically. Patchy night lighting. I know some areas look better than others. We're far too high now. Let's take this light. It does look, it can look really nice with the right add-ons. Now, a lot of people don't like this because it's flat, you lose all your autogen, trees and buildings and stuff like that, but really at the end of the day, it's a small price to pay to save on performance, so you've got the big heavy airliners, you know, pushing it, and also it's actual real data, you know, being used. It's not, you know, fakery scenery being generated in CGI. It's realistic data. So at the end of the day, when you're coming in on an approach here on the runway, your fixation is on the runway, not the scenery. You're going to be walking around going all of that. You know, what we have, gorgeous, what we have, all this, that. You should actually be focusing on the runway. You know, you're like, so which mine is pretty. So this is basically, you know, when when the socialites went to Renton facility, this is the approach they would have seen. This is the landscape they would have seen. So we have seen the takeoff, okay, and I also have done this in FSX. We're gonna do a video after this trilogy, and we're going to see a a side-by-side almost, or one after another comparison of those 3 runs for FSX, P3D, and Microsoft 2020. Right, we're waiting for you.
Approaching 1-6.
So the next thing we're going to add in is going to reinstate ORBX and get rid of Mega Scenery. And I'm going to put in the Rex Airports HD as well as the weather. So this is we're coming up to the final video basically. So you'll be able to see what it looks like now with full weather. Here we go. Let's drop it on. Nice and easy. There you go. They're the buildings I was talking about before. Which I don't know why, because I haven't installed Pacific Northwest. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so as we're bombing it down the runway, walk back up, and I'm gonna now go away. I'm gonna install all the weather programs I use and Airports HD, all of the Rex and Active Sky software. And we're going to do one final flight. If I don't get the performance that I'm looking for, it will be the Mega Scenery showing and not the ORBX. So I'll see you in a mo, guys. Okay, so here we're back in the sim now, and all I've done is gone and installed the weather for
on runway
Skyforce
3,
Rex.
4.
I've
on
also
runway
put Environment
3,
Force in
4.
and the Airports HD. This is before I put in Active Sky. So we're going to see what difference it makes before Active Sky goes in. And to be honest, it's yeah, looking pretty nice. So do a quickie, a little quick flight here around the island. The airports, I can tell that the Airports HD has made a significant improvement over what was here before on some buildings, but it hasn't touched all of them, which is a bit weird. There's still a lot of ORBX buildings here.
Caution, short runway, short runway.
But a lot of the buildings that it has touched, they do look good. But let's take off here and see what's what. Weather-wise, it's always been the same weather, but I have noticed we've always done it on the same day, at the same time, so the weather will remain the same. But one other thing I have noticed is that as we've installed more and more, weather add-ons, the clouds in the sky have increased with each one. So when we did the default weather, clouds were patchy, and they looked just like okay. But now that sort of Environment Force and Skyforce 3D is installed, there's a lot more subtle clouds and they look more realistic. And yeah, it generally looks pretty cool. So what I'm going to do in the next video is obviously I'm going to put in Active Sky, and we're going to see how that again changes our weather. But I also know that ORBX, they provide weather scenarios. Now I've always had it set here to fair weather, so this is a preset fair weather from the sim, but I think Skyforce and Environment Force will be overriding that, and then providing the textures for what the weather was like on this day, instead of the sim doing it with the default fair weather setting. But the ORBX setting that they have, in fact, I'm going to do it now, actually. Let's see if it's here. Yeah, ORBX Weather 1, this one. Please pop that in, look at that. Now there's a change. Oh my gosh. Things have gotten grim all of a sudden with this. Wow, weather. Now that's a huge change. Oh my life. We've got lightning as well. Oh my gosh. Yo, we need to turn around here. Go back to the airport. Or put back in the other. I don't know if I can revert back. There's no setting unless I go fair weather again. Oh yeah, there we go. And then it kicks back into yeah, back to using the other programs. You don't want to because their preset looked a little bit more fun. In just ORBX weather option 1 for that. Right, let's quickly come in for a landing, and then I'm going to put in active sky, and we're going to get to see what the difference is. Whoa, is that lightning then? Oh my gosh. I don't believe it. We're gonna go down. Oh no. Right. I tell you, the handling on the aircraft has changed a lot as well. Like, I'm really fighting this plane.
Altimeter setting.
Oh,
Flaps. Flaps.
Oh gosh, this is alright. This is ORBX setting weather 1. I hate to see what the stormy one is. We'll try it. Here we go. Right. It does give you like a little preview, so that seems to be mild. That looks like stormy weather. 7. So let's go with so 5 and 6. They see bush flyers, lucky dip, mainly stratus. Clouds are causing concern, high chance of rain. Mainly stratus, cooler temps, chance of thunderstorms. No, we want proper area, a real bad weather with low clouds, good chance of rain. Let's try that out. Ah, that's mild. That is. Yeah, isn't there wrong there? That's just too mild. Right, so that was 7. So let's try that 5 or see what that does. Whoa, we got rain. We got rain here now. Look at that. What else we got? Man, I'm trying to land here as well. I'm not helping myself, am I? Try 3. Right, and then finally, what's 1? Well, 1 was the one we used. Okay. So we'll stick to 1 then. There we go. Gives it a little bit more of a realistic haze off into the distance as well. No, we're not going to be able to land this now. These hangars here haven't changed one bit, but some of the other buildings have. I'm guessing them hangars there have nothing to do with the airport. They're Pacific Northwest buildings. I think it might be an elevation issue as well, because the hangar buildings sort of go into the ground a little bit.
Long landing. Long landing.
Right, here we go. Oh! Oh, felt that one. Alright, so there we go. Bombing it down the runway, and next time we come in, we're going to pop in active sky, the weather engine, and it'll give us actual weather for this day now. So it will no longer be a weather option that we've pre-selected, like here, fair weather. You know, it will be an actual. It will be an actual weather that happened on this day. Whatever the weather was on this day, that's what we'll see. We'll see that in a moment. Okay, so we're back in the sim now, and I have now added active sky to the sim, and I've set the historical
on runway.
time and date to the same as it was.
3, 4.
Although it doesn't seem to be staying the same. It likes to change itself for some reason. I don't know why, but there we go. And it'll then adjust it. So this is the time and date we always have been doing and always have been loading in. And here we go. Here it is. So this is what it now looks like with that active sky added. And for me, it looks a lot more natural.
On runway 3, 4.
So let's take to the skies. We're going to do a lap around the island, and then we're going to come in for landing. I've also noticed that the runway is a lot different with the airport. The Rex Airport's HD.
Short runway, short runway.
Now I did a test for this before, and it was a complete whiteout above like 1,200 feet, so we may have to stay a little bit low to the ground. But to be honest, this looks pretty similar to what Microsoft showed off on their new demo when they took off from this exact airport. So it's, yeah, or it did until the sky just changed its color now. So I've got to be careful. I can't fly too high, otherwise it will be a whiteout. I won't be able to see anything. But active sky makes a massive difference, not only to the world that you see around, but also the way the aircraft handles. Like, have to make more adjustments now because of the active sky weather input. And obviously you can see it's got a massive visual difference. You know, the clouds appear different, the color is different. It brings with it active sky cloud art as well, which changes the color of the clouds, which gives them this pinky hue, which really looks pretty gorgeous. And you can see clouds settling on the ground over there. Like, it must be at quite an altitude. Although we're not really, we're just at 600 feet. But it does look like clouds, just like fog sitting on the ground. Here we go. We're going a bit high now. It's a whiteout. Uh-oh. Right, we're going to have to use our navigational. There we go. Stay within the means, otherwise I'm going to see anything. Right, let's just do a turnaround. I mean, this is the actual weather that happened on the day that we've always been doing, but we haven't had that actual information from our weather programs. I'm completely lost my bearings here. I don't know where the ground is. It's just disappeared now. So this is like, we could be hitting, oh my gosh. Oh, we almost hit the trees then. Oh my life. So this is it. This is it. When you put a weather program on it, it gives you actual data for the weather. It changes your flying completely. Oh my gosh. We almost bit it then. Right, let's get it stuck on the ground before we crash it. Obviously, because it's 5:30 at the evening, the skies have this pinkish tinge to it.
Caution,
which obviously we didn't have that information.
Taxiway.
Active sky wasn't giving the sim that information, so it was just giving us fair weather settings. And now, I mean, you can tell there's a massive difference with the way the world looks now, and the performance is pretty much the same as it was before. So it is pretty does its job here. I mean, this looks a lot better now. Alright, here we go, let's bring it in now. So that's it really. This is signifying the sort of end of these videos, this trilogy of videos now. The only thing I've really got to add now is airports, regions, you know, sort of airport utilities pack, you know, just basic stuff. But the basic of the sim is
long
that's
landing,
it.
Long landing.
You know, this is basically what it is. Oh man, we're gonna overshoot the runway. Bring this puppy down. Oh man, we keep. Oh, I felt that one. Teeth felt that. Right.
2,000 feet remaining.
There we go. You got aircraft as well with the traffic global. It's putting aircraft in at the airport there. So yeah, a lot different. That building there on the left, that's where everybody went to try out the new sim as well. So there we go. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You get all my videos. Hit that bell, make it ring, and you'll get notified when I go live. And like this video if you want to see some adventure flights in and around the world of P3D. I'll see you later, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
On runway 345,000 feet remaining. Flaps, flaps.